Hey everybody, welcome and thank you for tuning in to The Sceptic and the Psychic with Shay Carroll and Psychic Gen V. Come join us every Sunday, 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 Central, 5 Pacific.
The views and opinions expressed in this podcast by the host and or the guest do not necessarily reflect the views of the host and or Paranormal Buzz Radio and or its sponsors. Use of any material produced by Paranormal Buzz Radio without express written consent is prohibited. Paranormal Buzz Radio will not be held responsible for you holding your knees, crying, and rocking in a corner in a puddle of your own urine, or being beheaded by a group of children in a cornfield. In fact, if you come across a group of children in a cornfield, we promise to make fun of you as you run away screaming in terror. Listener discretion is advised.
Hey everybody, welcome to the show.
Hey guys.
Jen, how are you?
I'm rocking and rolling. How you doing, Shay? Hey, Kim's already in the chat. What up, Kim?
Of course, Kim is in the chat. She's always almost the first one in every chat.
She's amazing.
She is. She really is.
So what'd you do today?
I made a new intro for our show. I did review. I made a video. I made banners. I watched Halloween 7.
How many Halloween movies are there?
I don't know. I think I have a few more to go that I have saved. But I did watch 7. I know I was on 7 today. So
I've never seen any of them. Hey, Mal.
What? My son said that to me today, and I said, you were definitely switched at birth. You are not my fucking kid. Nope.
Well, this is the thing is I want to go see the new one. Scott won't go see it. He won't even watch the old ones with me. And I'm like, it's from 1974. It can't be that scary. I've seen the beginning of the first one.
Matt won't take me either.
And I want to see the first one and at least the first one. And then the second one. But, if you
watch the first, you have to watch the second. They were made at the same time.
Oh, okay.
You have to watch both. And it was only the first one's only an hour and 20-something minutes. They're only an hour and a half each.
It's because they're old. It's shit.
Yeah.
So, I think it's the suspense, the suspense. I'm drawn to suspense. That's why you guys all know, everyone on Paranormal Buzz Radio knows, and now everyone who's listening to our show is going to know I am way heavy into the Haunted Hill House or A Haunting at Hill House. The Haunted at Hill House is on Netflix right now. I've watched the whole thing, and I think I'm going to...
I know, girl.
Oh, I think I'm going to start it again. Because
Jesus
there's all kinds of hidden ghosts.
Memes and how many times have you told me, watch it? And I'm like,
so good. The writing, the acting, the stories, the way it jumps around. Well and Elliot's in it. Elliot. From E.T., the kid that played Elliot. He's the young dad.
Oh, really?
Yeah. See, you're not very far in. The first time they show Luke in the clubhouse, in his clubhouse,
yeah,
he's got a little E.T. lunch pail and everything sitting there.
I think we started episode 5.
Okay, well, I love everyone. Please, it's obviously it's for adults only. It's not for little kids.
As much as Jen pissed her pants, it is not that scary, people.
It's not that scary. It's suspenseful. I did have to take an hour break during one of the episodes.
I also don't get scared easy, so
yeah.
Fun of you, but I've never found a horror movie that has scared me. Never. Hey, Aaron's here.
I was just typing hi to him. Dude, I don't understand. Well, it's like I kind of feel like you are asking me to scare the shit out of you. So if we are ever...
Yeah, you find a movie.
If we are ever in the same place at the same time...
We will be someday.
It is my goal to scare the shit out of you and make you pee your pants just a little bit.
Halloween. Matt will not take me to the new Halloween. I bet you Aaron will.
Matt, Mallory, your dad, and Shay. I say
no, Mallory
guys...
lives like states away. She's probably closer to you than me.
Oh, wow. Okay, so Matt...
But Mallory would go in a heartbeat if she was here. She would go with me.
She would? So she thinks her dad's a chicken too?
Yeah, I just don't... I think Matt doesn't want to be seen in public with me, but I don't blame him.
Kim says, I remember the first one after watching it a bunch, went to a cemetery. Yeah, because Kim apparently ain't afraid of shit either.
That's funny.
She's like, I go watch Halloween and then I go hang out at the cemetery. That's how I roll. Gotta watch out for those little ones.
Before we get into the cards and stuff, you want to know what the highlight of my day was?
Yeah, I do.
Well, first of all, Kate's gone all day. She's in she had to play in a football game, and then she went to Boston for the day, so she was gone. So I watched Halloween 7, which is H2O, 20 years later. Josh Hartnett's in it. He is so cute, man. That boy is adorable. So cute.
I watched his show on Netflix too, Penny Dreadful. I was so bummed that he's in Penny Dreadful.
I'd never even heard of that.
Oh, it's so good. Of course I like it because it's about a psychic. But it's super dark. Then they bring in all the old myths, which, all the old legends. I guess I shouldn't say myths, but all the old legends like Dracula, Dr. Frankenstein, what's his face, the famous hunter. And they mix them all together, and it's really good. Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde even made an appearance. So I really liked that. And I totally thought that they could have carried it on, but they didn't. And I don't want to say anything because I want you to watch it. But yeah, Penny Dreadful, good stuff.
I hate when people give it away.
She's in New Hampshire. She's all states away. I'm in New Hampshire.
I didn't know she moved back. I'm a little behind.
I still can't get over Kim. Kim goes and sees scary movies and then hangs out at cemeteries.
I would.
Kim is my kind of morbid.
I would. And I have not, what the hell's that movie? Paranormal Activity? One or I think it was 2. I saw in the theater. And it gave me a jump scare when the thing came out at the end.
Yeah, startle.
Yeah, just, mostly because of the loud music.
Yeah.
But I've never found a scary movie that has actually scared me.
Dude, I have a Himalayan salt lamp in here that has the dimmer switch on it. Yeah. I totally had my lamp on for 2 nights. I could not go to a cemetery afterwards. I'd be like, hell no.
In the chat, you're like, who's watching this and who's going to sleep with the lights on? I'm like, I must not have gotten far enough in because I just don't find it scary.
Did you get to the dumbwaiter scene yet?
Yes, you asked me that, yeah.
Okay, see, that's what...
But ask my daughter. You can ask Kate because you can talk to her off air. And she'll be honest. She'll be honest on air too, as you know. But I'm like, you know what's about to happen? This is about to happen. Here it goes. This is gonna, And she's like,
Yeah.
Mom,
Oh,
shut
so
up.
you're a killjoy.
Yeah, that's what she
You're a
says
movie
too.
killjoy.
Yeah.
All right. So everyone watch The Haunted Hill House on Netflix, so that way you know what we're talking about. But so after the dumbwaiter scene with Luke, that's when I had to put the movie. I had to turn off Netflix. Couldn't even leave Netflix on, and I had to take an hour break and watch NCIS. Before I could turn it back on, because I was just like, nope, I need something totally to distract me, something completely off genre, because this shit is freaking me out, man.
That's what
He's like
Kate said.
6.
That's what Kate said too, and I'm just like, and the sad part, I didn't watch horror movies as a teenager or a young adult. I started not even 10 years ago. Started watching horror movies, and they don't scare me.
The first horror movie I've ever went and saw, we're totally not even doing readings, but we're talking about this. This is important. Halloween's coming up. I was 15. And I'm totally giving my age away. I was 15. I was with my first boyfriend, and we went and saw Pet Sematary.
I've never seen it.
At the movie theater. Oh my God. Well, Herman Monster's in it, so, cool. They're remaking it. I'm sure it's going to be even crazier than before.
I saw
but
that, yeah.
Oh my God.
I've never even seen the original It.
Freaks me out. I'm not interested. I don't want to be afraid of clowns. I don't need to be afraid of clowns. That's something I don't want to
one
put
night,
myself
Aaron's
through.
in chat. Nicole is out, so Nicole can't listen on Sundays. But Aaron, Nicole, and I, when we were part of KPRS, went on an investigation, and we kind of get lost. And no matter which road we would take, we would end up in the same spot. But most people would be like, yeah, so what? But we're talking like different towns. We would start in a different town and end up back. And then I'm like,
What?
Dude, do you guys see that clown? That scarecrow's moving. And they're like, yeah, you're funny. And they're laughing because it was like 2.5 years ago and the big clown scare was going on.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, dude, no. It was sitting the last time we went by. Now it's standing. And they're like, Sherry, shut the fuck up. You are crazy. So we go back, and Aaron stops. And the clown starts walking towards us.
The clown or the scarecrow?
We thought it was a scarecrow, but it was just something dressed up as a clown, scarecrow. It starts walking towards us. I'm like, what the fuck?
No way.
Yeah, but you're talking like an hour and a half. It was in the same spot. But like you said, the first time we went by, it was sitting. The next time it was standing. I'm like, and Aaron rolls down his window. I'm like, what the fuck are you doing, retard?
Yeah,
because
that's somebody with some time on his hands. I'll tell you that right there. Aaron's all, I ain't afraid of you, bitch.
Yeah, he rolls down his window like he's going to talk to him. I'm like, guys dressed up as a clown sitting here for 2 hours. Get the hell out of here. Yeah, I'm not sticking around. But they did. They thought I was crazy. I'm like, no, it's moving. No, it's not. We go by, it's sitting. I'm like, no, it was moving. Go by again, it's standing up. I'm like, yeah, see? Aaron says, yeah, I so remember that. Yeah, that was like.
So I want to know what you were going to say to it, Aaron. What were you going to say to the clown standing out in, please say it was a cornfield. Please say it was a cornfield. Please say it was a cornfield.
It was kind of creepy enough, but no, it was just on the side of the road. Woods, kind of, but not really. It was just on the side of a back road. And he probably would have been like, hey, what's up, dude? Fucking. I'm like, get the fuck out of here. What are you rolling your window down for?
Down there, near.
Exactly.
Fucking Aaron.
I think he even put the car in reverse and like put his window down to like talk. Don't fucking back up, idiot.
Yeah, nah. Don't be the stupid white guy in this movie.
I investigate ghosts. Not fucking clowns that move.
Not people that will sit in a field for 2 hours and change positions. And who had to have seen you guys go by several times and probably thought.
Because no matter which road we took, we would end up in the same spot over and over again.
How?
So he saw us multiple times. It was
he what you again? What did he do?
What?
He saw you? What? He saw you?
Saw. right, yeah. Hey, say Massachusetts.
He saw him, you guys. He saw him.
Oh.
He saw us. It's kind of like you're saying dinosaur. Say dinosaur. Say dinosaur, please. Say the dinosaur saw us.
Dinosaurus.
Say it with your accent.
That's right, but you're laughing too hard. Dinosaurus.
Oh my god!
It was very creepy. Aaron. I agree.
Oh my god, dude! So were you guys a little bit tempted to like whip out like a night vision camera or something? Just
fuck no! I was tempted to get the hell out of there. No, I was not joking around. I was like, I'm leaving. Go. No, don't back up. Don't roll your window down. Leave.
That's always a mistake.
And
man.
it kept walking as we're driving away. It kept walking behind us.
Well, yeah, because it wanted to creep you out.
Well, it worked.
See? And this is why I don't watch clown movies, because I don't need that fear in my life.
I think that's the only time I was scared of like something. Like, I mean, I've had uneasy feelings and I've been afraid of animals, but
yeah,
you know, Aaron like puts the car in reverse and window down. I'm like, are you fucking dumb? No.
Well, technically, Aaron had like a 80,000-pound weapon. You know, with the car. I don't know how much cars weigh. I just kind of grasp for that number out of the air. But, you know, like, he had a 2-ton.
I have no idea.
Pickup truck.
Yeah. Aaron's lucky he lived through the night, not because of the clown, but because he put the car in reverse.
Aaron's lucky you didn't go clown on him.
Right?
He's like, it was pretty creepy, though. I bet it was.
It was. It really was. I'm like, because I kept making fun of that week on my page. Like, everybody's like, oh, the clown, you know. I'm like, yeah, so people are dressing up as clowns. So what? Let me tell you what. I changed my mind that night.
I have a friend that's terrified of clowns. And I swear to God, like, he even told us, because I told him he was my coworker. This was 2 years ago. And we're all, let's dress up for Halloween. And I was trying to get another one of our friends to dress up like a clown to scare this guy. Aww. And he's all, I swear to God, if you get him to dress up like a clown, I will beat the living shit out of him. And he was mad. He didn't talk to me for like 2 days at work. It was so mad at me.
I would have been like, hey, do it anyways.
Oh, like everyone's like, no. And I was like, come on, it'll be funny. But I didn't realize his fears. Like, he has like a legitimate.
Happy birthday, Luna.
Luna's here.
We said happy birthday last week, but happy birthday, Luna.
Hey, Chuck. Chuck's here too. All right. Are you ready?
Hey, Chuck. Yeah, go ahead. Ready? 1, 2, 3, go.
Me. Luna, this is your birthday song. It isn't very long.
That's it.
Amen. That's it.
But we love you. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday. Man, we're 20 minutes in. We've been talking about clowns. Haven't even started readings.
Well, I feel like we had to talk about scary movies. I got to get everybody on board with watching.
Hey, Chucky.
With watching The Haunted Hill House. It's great. There's 2 movies.
It's not scary.
It is scary. It's scary. Don't listen to shit.
Big Girl Depends on, and you can get through it. I get the cards going.
I know. I've been playing with them. You know, I just shuffle them. They're sitting here. I gotta do it.
My gift to Luna is I did not join in with Jen in singing, even though she told me the words ahead of time. That's my gift. A little bit of delay there.
My present to you. Well, I was typing happy birthday to her. My present to you is I will not sing to you. Yep. There you go. Happy birthday.
You know Matthew is in the background listening. He's so afraid. He's like, she's going to try to read me. If I don't say anything in chat, they won't know I'm here, but we know he's listening.
We're always listening.
They're always listening.
All right, so you wanted to ask me about tarot first, didn't you?
Yeah, explain to me how it works. Like, do you look at... All right, well, tonight you're not doing a face-on-face, so with tonight's, do you look at the picture and focus on the picture of the energy of the picture and the energy of the question?
I would say yes and no to that. Yes, always focus on the energy of the question. Mm-hmm. And as far as the picture, you know, I'm not going to lie, I've tried to study the cards. I still read about the cards.
Yeah.
Because I can remember some things, but I just simply can't memorize them. It's just really hard. And it's only 78 cards. Seems like you should be able to, but apparently I have issues. But I think part of it's because when I look at a card, like, so the first one I grabbed here, I'm going to show, got Luna's name on my tongue because of her birthday. I'm going to show Shay. So I don't know if everybody else wants to kind of Google real quick. If you're listening on the app, I know you can still search online. The King of Cups, or the King of Chalices. Now, in every deck, he's going to look different, but he's still going to have the same more or less theme, is water. So the chalices, or the cups, they are supposed to represent an archetype. So Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. But the thing is with sun signs and moon signs and being on the cusp and where the astrology is right now, you know, I hate narrowing it down. But when I'm reading an individual, I could pull this and I'll say, okay, and normally my guides will tell me which water sign it is. Sometimes they'll just say, bring up the water sign. Other times I could pull this, and in one of my decks I have the King of Chalices, and he looks like he's passed out drunk. And sometimes I look at him and he looks like he's depressed. So there's that's where the psychic intuition kicks in, is it'll tell me, you know, my guides will tell me which deck to pick. I have, you know, like right now I have 5 tarot decks on my table and 2 sets of oracle cards. And my guides will say, okay, we're going to use this deck. Or if I, you know, like you guys know on my YouTube channel, I do general energy readings by signs. Well, the reading I just posted, it's right around Halloween. So I picked my Halloween cards and I told my guides, okay, these are the cards we're using. So work with me with these cards. I want to use the Halloween cards because I love Halloween. And so, you know, I feel like when I'm reading somebody that has an appointment with me, or if I'm at a show and I'm doing readings, it's just, I'll take 2 decks and they'll tell me which one. And so, for instance, on this card I have in my hand, there's a ship. He's sitting in a throne that looks like a shell. He, of course, has a cup in his hand because he's the King of Chalices. But, you know, there's so many images on there. My guides might take me to an image, and then that image on the card starts showing me psychic images. So in my mind's eye, or in my, you know, my third eye, whatever you want to call it, I'll start getting images there. So it's, to me, tarot cards are a tool. They're a jumping point tool. Do I have to use them in private readings? No, but it's fun. They're pretty to look at. You know, yeah. They're pretty to look at. If, say, somebody's very hesitant about releasing their boundaries, they want a reading, but they're skeptical. Let's use that word. Then
I don't know anybody like that.
Yeah, exactly. They might be they not be very forthcoming with their energy. So the cards are going to help break down that barrier because you're receiving a visual and everybody is like, I have to see it to believe it. So they're receiving the visual. I'm receiving the visual. And then as their boundaries start coming down, I'm pulling less and less cards. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense.
Yeah, I think so.
Some people need more cards and some people don't. When I first started reading them, I would go through like half the deck.
Is that because you were questioning yourself, though?
Yep. But now I might only pull one card the whole time. And I can do an hour of reading. It just kind of depends. And so the general energy readings I do on YouTube really
I love them, by the way.
Thank you. They're nothing like a reading I would do. Now, for tonight, because say we have, I don't know, there's like 6 or 7 people in chat. But there's another half dozen people listening as well. So now I have a dozen energies that are all thinking questions, whether they're meaning to or not, or whether they're prepared to ask the question or not. They're wondering the answer. They're wondering if I can feel their energy. Well, the answer is yes, but now I can feel yours as well as 11 other people's energies. So I will use the cards as far as in one of my big things is sometimes I'll do readings, not sometimes, but usually all the time. And I just sit and shuffle the cards the whole time, side shuffle them. And it's how I get to my place of neutrality. Yeah.
That's how you kind of meditate on it.
Yeah. Because I'm moving my hands and
like
I'm
some people scribble,
myself,
some people.
Mm-hmm. I hand scribble. I call it hand scribble.
Yeah.
Because I don't hold a pen and paper, but I'll hold my hand like I'm holding a pen and I'll rub it back and forth on my other hand. Like I'm scribbling on a piece of paper, but I'm just doing it on my hand. It's just where you go off into that neutral meditative state and you allow
everything else out.
Mm-hmm, you allow spirit to come through. You start receiving images. And for some, they start opening up to channel.
Nice.
So it's not really that easy to explain.
You did a pretty good job, I think.
Oh, thanks. Awesome. Thank you. So I do that. But, of course, my... Luna's watching Doctor Who. We know you love Doctor Who.
See, there's Matthew.
There he is. He's all ready to talk about the Doctor now. So we are totally okay with you showing your support in between. Hey, if The Walking Dead was on right now, I'd be having issues too.
That's why the show has to end by 9 because Jen has to watch The Walking Dead.
Well, actually, it doesn't come on until 9 o'clock here, Pacific Standard Time.
Oh, that's right. I'm sorry. It changed. That's right.
Yeah, because I got a different cable provider now. So now I don't get to watch it at 6 o'clock.
I remember Chuck used to get so mad at us because everybody would leave. It would start at like 8 and we'd all, we're going to go. 9 o'clock my time.
I know. And I hated doing that to him. It's just, it's an addiction. It's kind of like drinking coffee in the morning. You got to have your coffee. You got to have your Walking Dead.
Episode, I remember particularly that everybody left Chuck's show, and I did feel bad. It was the episode that Carl died, but I promised Kate. We knew he was going to die that episode, so I'm like, no, I'll be there with you. And she was hysterical, anyways. She's not home, so I can talk about her.
And everybody knew. Everybody had to go watch Carl die because we were all pissed.
Yeah. So. All right, so what are we going to take questions, or are you going to do a general, what are you going to do next?
Well, we had talked about that, doing general readings, but I've already posted the general readings, and so I did contemplate whether I could do some sort of update or something like that, but I didn't want to just do one sign. So if we could take questions.
Yeah. For the listeners, I did say, maybe this once I'll let you read me, Jen, and she said, fuck no.
Now, because
So
this
we're
is
on
the-
agreement.
yeah.
We are on agreement. So but-
Because if I were to start reading you remember when I read Matt on a show and I kept telling him, are you sure? Are you sure? This could get very personal. And his reading got pretty personal, brought his wife right in. And I'm talking about their shit on there. And I know you don't like to be read.
No,
so if
and
you were to,
I make it clear that I do not give people permission to read me.
Yeah. And
normally, yeah.
And I wouldn't want to do that. I wouldn't want to.
For the most part, because if you're wrong, I'll call you out. So anybody listening, don't ever give me a public reading unless you want me to say whether you're right or wrong. Because if you're wrong, I will say. If you're right, I'll say it right. But if you're wrong, I'm calling your ass out. So
I have people tell me I'm wrong, and then they tell me later, "Oh my God, that happened to me." And I'm like, well, maybe you shouldn't have told me I was wrong.
You also don't read me because I don't give you permission. So I'm talking about the few people that have popped into different chats over the past couple of years.
Mm-hmm.
And like, well, this is what I get. Well, I didn't give you permission. Well, this is what I get. Well, sorry, you're wrong.
Yeah. And I wouldn't want to, if you want me to give you a reading, I will give you a reading anytime you want.
No, I don't want a full reading, no.
But I would not do it in anybody else's company except for yours and mine.
Mel,
all right.
I hear you.
You're too scared? Well, if you want, Mallory, we can just do a question for you. If you have a question, you're not afraid to ask.
You should explain what you're going to do. Are you going to take like single questions and pull a card?
Yeah.
Explain to them what you're going to do.
Mm-hmm. I would like a very specific question. If I need to pull cards, I'll pull cards. If I don't need to pull cards, I won't need to pull cards. That really honestly depends on how forthcoming you are with your energy. I'm probably like the only psychic reader, somebody with psychic ability you're ever going to meet that doesn't want to read everybody. I know people who want to. I've met this lady who wanted to learn how to her psychic abilities because she just wanted to be able to read every single person she met. And I'm like, first of all, you don't, because you hear some bad shit.
Sexy. Chuck, you were sexy only in your red shorts when you investigate.
And his socks and sandals.
Yeah. Sorry, I totally interrupted you, but they want to know what kind of question. So, like, singular questions like, will my problem at work turn out okay? Will I...
Yeah.
Blah, blah, blah,
so,
blah.
Yeah.
How will this work out? Something simple.
Because I don't want to pick up something you don't want shared, first of all.
Yeah, so, will I fall in love? Will I get divorced? Will I get my promotion at work? Will work
anybody who asks, will I get divorced? They already know the answer.
I know.
And they're just like, asking.
I'm just showing examples of singular questions, like point blank.
Yeah. Most people who, if you're going to ask that question, it's because you already know the answer. I will never answer is my husband cheating? Because it's like, well, if you're asking, you know the answer. You don't need me to tell you, nor do I need your husband to come after me.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true.
I'm not going to be called a homewrecker because that's not my place. Will I win $1 billion? No, Chuck, I am going to win the $1 billion.
I bought 2 tickets.
For
first time ever, I'm like,
for Tuesday, or when is it? Tuesday or Wednesday?
I don't know.
The Mega
They
Millions?
gave me one for Tuesday, one for Wednesday. I have no idea. I'm like, I've never bought a ticket. How do I buy a ticket?
Mega Millions is Tuesday, and then do you guys have Powerball out there?
Yes, we do.
Okay, and that one is Wednesday. Yeah.
Yeah.
So Mega Millions is $1 billion, over $1 billion.
And the other one was like over 620
million. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Shit, the Super Lotto is 16 million, and I'd be happy with that.
I'd be happy with $100.
Sorry, Kim, you're not going to win. I am. Y'all
right.
stop messing up my vibe. I'm winning. And ask serious questions. If they don't want to ask serious questions, that's okay with me, though, too. If I win, you can get my FB account will no longer be active. Oh, you can bet my FB account will no longer be active. If I won, no if, when I win, taking back the if, that's how you mess up your manifestations. But when I win, I'm not going to tell anybody.
I wouldn't either, but don't they like put your picture everywhere?
I'm
going to wear the Michael Myers mask.
Yeah, but I mean, let's face it, not everybody's going to know. Not everybody's going to see it.
If we do a live YouTube video for Halloween for our special, I want one of those onesies, like a unicorn onesie with the horn. Sorry, that's way off topic. It just popped in my head.
I have a
water.
Bugs Bunny onesie. Well, it's a gray rabbit, but I call it my Bugs Bunny onesie. That's what I could wear.
I don't know why they just popped in my head, but I'm thinking I should be a unicorn for Halloween. You know, the onesie.
I've heard of people not cashing it in right away because they'll go get a lawyer because you can claim the money anonymously. You have to like set up a bank account with your social security number, blah, 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 without your name. And then the money is deposited. Like I've read about this. I'm manifesting this. I'm going to win. And then we'll all go to, the only way you'll know is because we are going to take
we'll all be in the same place at the same time.
Yeah, we're going to take a group.
If next month, everybody is in the same place at the same time, like Paranormal Buzz and a few extras from BTLN, and if we're all in the same location at once, somebody won. When we're all at Waverly Hills together, somebody won. Yep.
Oh man. I think
so if anybody has any questions, ask them.
I know. I think they're shy.
We're just going to keep talking. Come on.
Yeah.
Matt told me in chat he wants to know about his love life.
His love life?
Yeah.
So, I'm not going to describe the picture I just saw. No, why would you show me that? Okay, so I feel like the only thing blocking Matt from a love life is Matt. I'll see if a card will pop out, but I'm just going to be talking here, just so you know. I'm trying to describe what I'm doing since this is radio. The only thing holding Matt back, radio, is Matt. So I bet you he doesn't think I'm so cute anymore. What he would really like, and the only reason I'm reading this is because he gave permission before. It does feel like oh my God, Matt he's a freaking romantic. Like he's kind of like a cheesy romantic. Like he wants somebody to watch sunsets with and like go to dinner with and sit on the beach with, and so like he like that, but the only thing that's holding him back is him. And lack of sleep, probably. Anything I add to this conversation, by the way, people, is pure speculation and sarcasm. That's all I'm going for. I have nothing to do with this reading. I am just a smart ass and will add things in just for the hell of it. We got to be clear on that. Oh, Jen's demeanor just changed. So I see him sitting in an armchair, and what they're showing me is like an old school, like plaid armchair. So I'm not saying he has it. I'm just saying this is the image I'm receiving. And it's kind of like he doesn't like sitting in the chair alone. I do feel like he would like to have somebody sitting in the chair next to him with one of those tables that have this stand-up lamps. Like he wants somebody to grow old with. And, that's the image I'm getting out of this, is he does want somebody to grow old with. I'm trying to figure out why. it's like the picture has a haze over it. What the image I'm seeing, that I do see an image, but it has a haze over it. So I'm not going to dig. Because I feel like if I dug, I could see why. But I'm not, because I feel like it must be personal or he wouldn't put a haze over it. And like I said, I'm not going to
be a bad ex-girlfriend.
Maybe. Shit. Hey, Carol. But yeah, I kind of feel like, and I'll tell you off air what I saw.
No, don't tell me.
Funny. It's really funny. It's really funny. I'll tell you guys in our group chat because it was so funny.
Yeah.
I'll embarrass him real good there. There's like 5 of us in the chat, and they're all on the network.
He's not even. Either my chat stopped or everybody's like dead silent. They're like, oh.
I know, because all I get, my last one was 5 minutes ago. LOL, Charles.
Yeah.
Don't call him Charles.
Well, Matt doesn't know Chuck, so that's, you can,
Well, Chuck's dad called him Charlie.
Charlie. Don't call him Charlie.
His dad called him that. I asked him once. I said, why do I always want to call you Charlie? I don't understand that.
Do you know, I always say this, but I find it so funny. My dad's name was Charles Carroll, and my mother's name's Deborah Banks, Charles Banks.
No such thing as coincidences. Everything happens.
Oh, I can't see. What did Mel put? I see monkeys. Is it the hear nothing or see nothing?
There's 3 of the got her ears covered. Mallory's like, I don't want to know. All right,
no. Ask a question, Mel. She'll hear it in 30 seconds, but come on, Mel.
So Chuck and I totally have like a weird connection too. It had to do with Jesse James. I can't remember. Chuck, tell us what it is.
Like the Cher song? I love that song.
No, like the Outlaw. I want to say he's like distantly related or something. I can't remember. He told me. But what's funny is that I have so it was my grandmother's uncle. So it was my great uncle that had a farm, and he would let the James game hide out at his farm. And Chuck has a family connection too. Hey, Jill. Thanks for joining us. And I was like, how is that possible? I would meet somebody else who had like a weird family connection to Jesse James too, So I always just kind of felt like I was always meant to meet Chuck, become friends with him.
Chuck has the 27th, Saturday, next Saturday. Wait, hold on. What is it? Saturday the 27th in Al Qaeda. Sorry. Wait, start over. Al Qaeda, Iowa. Al Qaeda is something totally different. Al Qaeda, Iowa. Bed and Bath.
I've heard Benji say it. Benji said it on their show.
It's Al Qaeda.
Elkter.
It's Al Qaeda, isn't it?
I
can't say the R though.
ADER.
Yeah, I can't say it because I can't say R. It's Al Qaeda. Al Qaeda.
I don't know. Chuck, sound it out for us in the chat.
You're welcome, Chuck. I just can't say. Anyways, it's at Many Faces B&B next Saturday, October 27th, and it starts at 12.
El Cater?
That's it. Yeah,
Sorry, that was random.
Yeah. So 12 p.m. to 12 a.m., different things, different times. Check out Many Faces B&B for tickets.
They got all kinds of cool people going to be there.
Oh, yeah. We got Stephanie Hutnick, Short Bus, Chuck, Charles Anthony, Eric, I can never say his last name, Madison Paranormal, Chris Case. I'm missing somebody. I'm missing 2 people. Melvin Manor guy.
Josh
David
Hurd.
Glidden and Josh Hurd. I think I got everybody. I can't say ours. I'm sorry. That's why I can't say my last name.
It's all right. I can say ours.
Chuck, if I missed anybody, please put it in chat because I
can say.
I just can't say Eric's last name. Honestly, I really can't.
Eisenberg.
Yeah, I can't. Yeah, Eisenberg. Yeah.
Berg.
Hey, you can't laugh. You can't say Massachusetts.
So what? Fuck you. It's one word. I can say R and I can say R.
Yeah, I said Madison Paranormal. I did say that. As in
Innsbrenner.
Okay.
I said wrong too.
Yeah, I knew I couldn't say that, but I think
I
get everybody else. I'm pretty sure I get everybody else.
All right, guys. Last chance to ask a question, and then we're going to talk about something else.
And I do not have, even though Jen says, Jen won't play Words with Friends with me anymore because she won't play with somebody that has a perfect memory. I do not have a perfect memory. I just helped with some of the advertising. That's the only reason why I know all the people in the thing. But contrary to what Jen spreads rumors about me, I do not have a perfect memory.
I will not discuss Words with Friends with you, and that is all. I might be a little bitter. Maybe. I only beat her like twice out of like 10 games. See, now you have me talking about it. I'm getting bitter again.
Oh, I think Katie's home. She's home an hour early if that's her. If not, somebody's going to be knocking on my door in a second.
Mallory says, my question is too personal.
Read my mind, Jen. Yes or no?
Maybe.
Wait. If Mallory, is it? Oh, it might be what I'm thinking. If I mute this, hold on.
She's going to mute it. I don't know why she's muting it.
I'm not going to mute you.
I'm still talking, so I have to carry the show by myself, is what you're saying? You're muted, and I have to talk? They can't hear you. Shh. Shh. Okay, go. I feel like I have to talk, though, if you're talking. Oh, okay. Sorry about the pause, everyone. Okay. So that is really personal. Okay, so will my illness get better or worse that will affect my job? Kim? Like, I'm feeling something in your legs, actually, but it's like specific, like... It feels like, okay, I'm going to tell you what it feels like. Do you know what shin splints are? Do you guys know what shin splints are? Like if you go running and you're not a runner and the front of your shins will just hurt like a son of a bitch. You have to tape them up or you get what's called shin splints. I don't know if anyone else has ever heard of that, but I'm not a runner.
I do know what they are. Sorry, I was reading the next question. It was sad. Sorry. Yeah, I do know what shin splints are.
Wondering if she has neuropathy or something like with the feeling in her feet. Well, neuropathy is like the feeling in extremities.
Does she have fibromyalgia?
We kind of have to wait for Kim to answer, I guess. But
I don't know why I'm chiming in.
Honestly, I don't. I feel like
or medium. I'm just
well, I completely disagree with that. I think you do have psychic abilities, but you argue with me every time I bring it up. So there we go. I actually don't feel like she's having these problems yet. I kind of feel like it's gonna get like she's gonna get these problems. Like it's gonna get worse. I'm sorry, Kim. I don't know how long you're gonna be able to work. Like if Kim, I think you need to soak your feet at night, but I'm not a doctor, so I don't feel like you should listen to my doctorly advice. Because it feels like you gotta make sure it's super clean water, and whatever you're soaking them in, you're washing it every time before it happens. Before you soak, like super clean, like, but I totally ask your doctor. Again, I'm not a doctor. She's not saying
you
anything.
just feel it on the feet?
Do you feel it all over?
A little. But it could be sympathy.
Well, yeah, but that's empathing. That's empathing. You know, people call it sympathy pains. And well, it's empathing. You're empathing other people's pains. Like, I just had this sudden attention brought to my shins. Sudden attention brought to my shins. And I'm not afraid to say specifically the right leg. I don't know if Jill knows Kim.
Or Jill's just agreeing.
Well, my son's friend be back to live with us. He ran away Thursday for Jill.
Yeah, that's the sad one.
I know. All right, so we did have the sun come out, and it came out in reverse. And when it came out, what I saw was he is really finding himself right now. He doesn't really know where to look to find himself. I feel
keep talking. I'll be right back.
Okay. I feel like it's kind of a natural, as weird as it sounds, it's like a natural kind of learning stage that he's going through, where he just, I can hear Shay, and I know you guys can't, but I can hear her talking to her son in the background. So it's a little distracting. Somebody tripped on something is all I know. But it feels like you soak your whole body. Chin shirts. Yeah. Oh, Jill's agreeing. Shin splints hurt. Shin splints hurt. Yeah. Shin splints do hurt. RA. What's RA? Is that rheumatoid arthritis and starting of COPD, and yes, I soaked my whole body. I feel like it's very important for you, Kim. I'm going to go back to you real quick, that you're like cleaning whatever you're soaking in needs to be cleaned every time before you soak. It feels like it's an energy thing as well as a cleansing thing. I want to explain why, but then I would have to get into somebody else's personal business I don't want to get into, so maybe I'll message you about that. But Jill, it just feels like he's in this kind of weird where he's kind of looking for himself. He doesn't really know place. I feel like he needs people to reach out to him because he feels so lost. He's just going to kind of settle wherever he feels welcome. And more out of necessity because he needs a place to settle. So making sure he has that right place is super important. But with the sun in reverse, I'm sorry. I don't feel like it's just not going to be easy for him. It's just not. It's just one of those normal, I need to find myself things. But those normal, I need to find myself things can get ugly. And I saw somebody cut themselves, so I don't know if he's a cutter, but it's like he's just trying to fill right now. He feels so lost. Sorry, guys, I'm just kind of pushing off that energy. It was making me super dizzy. Okay, so Shay's still handling her family thing, and she's running everything from her end. So she'll be back. She'll be back. But I hope that helps. And then I don't know what COPD is. I've heard of it, but I don't know what that is.
Hey.
All right. Hey, you back?
Yeah.
Who tripped? I heard you say, "What'd you trip over?"
I think Devin broke his nose.
Oh shit! Well, your nose bleeds like a motherfucker.
Yeah, but it's cut open on the bridge, like above the bridge between the eyes. His lips are all bloody.
Oh man.
His whole face is all swollen.
Can he breathe?
Yeah, he's okay. Kate's with him right now, so I'm good.
Okay. Well, no. We shouldn't stay on. You
No,
need to
we're
be
good
with
for
your
now.
kid.
He's
That's more
got ice.
important.
He's okay.
Put some tampons in his nostrils.
No, the outside's bleeding. That's the problem.
Oh, it's not on the inside?
Well, the inside too, but it's the where your glasses go.
Yeah.
It's a huge cut and.
Yeah. It could just be super swollen. Are you guys going to go to like the emergency room or something like that?
He's an adult, so probably not. I can't make him, but he says he's okay. I'll check after the show, but.
I still want you to put some tampons in his nostrils and then send me a picture. Poor Devin. He's like, who is this lady and why does she want a humiliating picture?
He's in the other room with Kate. My door's shut.
All right. So Jill says, yeah, I agree. His mom tells me he's not wanted and a loser, so I feel bad for him. He's only 16 and dropping out of school and smoking weed. Well, I'm not going to condone smoking weed at all. Do I think it's all right for a 16-year-old? No. Do I think it's all right for a 16-year-old that's having problems? I think you should consult a doctor because there's different strains of marijuana. I think if he needs to smoke marijuana for depression or for, to make him happy, I think that's totally doable. But you have to have the right prescription, and only a doctor that studies it, because there's so many different strains, is going to know what to do. So I'm sorry if anyone else disagrees with me, but that's just the way. I mean, when I was 16, I was smoking pot and I turned out just fucking fine. So there. But I wasn't smoking it 24/7. It was casual with my friends. I completely think pot should be legalized. I'm glad it is in California, and I think it should be in all of America because it can help so many people. But you have to have the information behind anything. And I don't believe in narcotics and overprescribing things. So, but that's me. And anybody else can disagree with me. That's fine. We're all grown-ups and it's okay to disagree. It's not like I'm not condoning anything that's going to hurt people. But that's what he needs to be, in a place he feels wanted. So if he can land in a place he feels wanted, yeah, Kim, pot helps my pain. Yeah, smoke it, toke it, roll it up, and I can't think of anything else that rhymes with that. You want to go check on Devin?
No, he's okay. Kate's with him. She would get me if I gave him ice and he's not a little kid. For anybody listening, Devin is not a little kid. He's an adult. Yeah. He is my son, but he's an adult.
Now, he might need a narcotic right now just to get him through this pain.
He'll feel it tomorrow.
Mom, go score.
He'll feel it tomorrow.
Oh, hell yeah. He's going to have 2 black shiners. He's going to look like a raccoon tomorrow.
Yeah.
Oh, hell yeah. Now, that's someone who needs to smoke some pot right now. No alcohol. That'll make him bleed more.
Don't tell my kid. I don't care how old they are. Don't tell him he needs pot.
Don't smoke pot. Your mom says no. Jill says, I agree with you, but when he skips school to smoke it with his friends, that's when I draw the line. Yeah. You don't, of course you don't want somebody you love to skip school and fuck up their education. Having a high school diploma is so important. I mean, very, very important. Dude, smoke pot when you're done with your homework. Don't be an idiot. That's all I'm saying for everybody. Go to school, get good grades. She says that we're killing her. And then recreate. All right? Then recreate. Important shit first, recreate second. This is why happy hour is after people get off work. Because important shit first, then recreate.
Oh, Jesus, help me.
Help me, Rhonda. Help me get her out of my home.
Right?
Am I allowed to sing the Beach Boys?
I don't know.
Help me, Rhonda. Help me, Rhonda.
I don't know. I just say what I want. And
there you go.
what are they going to do? Sue me? They're not going to get anything.
Yeah, we haven't won the $1 billion yet. And apparently,
you sing the Beach Boys today, we'll win tomorrow. And
yeah, well, apparently Kim and Chuck are messing up my vibe by wanting it too. Stop wanting my wants. I wanted it first.
Kim's cats are so cute. Her work cats, sorry.
Her work cats, yeah.
Uh-oh. Did I lose sound? Are you talking?
No. Oh. It's your turn. You left me by myself to talk for a long time. It's your turn.
I'm sorry. I was checking on my hurt kid.
He's an adult.
He's still my baby.
I know.
You know?
No, tomorrow he's going to be your baby raccoon.
And I'll be laughing.
Please put tampons in his nostrils.
You think he would let me do that?
I'm a horrible singer, Jill. I sing for the love of it, not because I'm good at it. I am new. Let's not torture anybody.
Yeah, I am a horrible singer.
But it's fun. Fuck it. Singing's about having fun. It's about raising your vibration.
It is, but not on the radio. If I sing on the radio, I lower other people's vibrations.
Oh, no. Not if you're happy. It's never going to be bad.
There's Jack and Daniel, as in Jack Daniels? Or
Yep. She named him Jack and Daniel, like Jack Daniels. Okay, you're so worried about your son. Sorry. Kim, I think that you should start preparing to make yourself make Jack and Daniel a home so you can take them home with you. Oh, they're probably mousers for her work.
They're cute. I do know that. I saw, I think it was yesterday or the day before, they finally went on her lap. She was able to hold them. Kim's going to be on the show November 16th, my show.
Yeah, I was actually psychic, getting ready to ask you, why don't you tell us who's coming up on your show? You're psychic.
Next week is Cindy Sawyer. Again, she was featured on A Haunting. She has had an exorcism or two. Again, I don't understand if it's multiple, like if it's considered multiple exorcisms or if it's part 1, part 2. So we will find out together.
Okay.
November 2nd, Mike Ricksecker from Haunted Road Media is coming on. We're going to talk about shadow people.
Nice.
I'm going from memory. So November 9th is Coyote Chris Sutton, shaman. Coyote
Good
Chris
guess.
Sutton.
Good guest.
And then the 16th is Kim.
That's 4 for 4. 4 for 4 great guests.
Yes, I'm excited. Yes.
I am too. Good stuff.
Yeah.
Tune in to Shay's Paranormal Chat on Friday evenings, same time as our show here on Sundays. And then every other Monday, we got B Squared Magic Monday with Brittany and Benji from Iowa.
October 29th will be the Halloween special where we will all be together and we will probably all be drinking. It will be a show you don't want to miss.
We're drinking again? So are we going to play a drinking game?
I think that's every time we're on, there's going to be a drinking game. I think that's the only way Benji can deal with us all.
Benji will be fine.
I go with the flow, I just go with the flow.
Well, hopefully all you guys will have watched. I know Benji was being a stick in the mud about, I hope he listens to this at work tomorrow. He was being a stick in the mud about watching the Haunted Hill House, but hopefully Brittany, because I know Brittany's watching it and one of her friends are watching it.
Yeah, but some people just don't, some people don't like.
But it's not gore. It's not gory. He's that's what he said. He doesn't like gore.
Matt. I make fun of Matt. Matt's just not into horror movies. Like I keep saying, Matt won't bring me to the movies. I'm just kidding. He doesn't like that type of movie. Not that I even really asked him to bring me. It's just how I pick on him.
Yeah, I know.
Some people just don't like certain things.
Well, I'm hoping everybody watches it, and then we can all talk about it and have spoilers for those. So everybody watch it, damn it. Kim has her Pepsi ready. Her Pepsi Cola.
I had 1 cup of coffee and water during this show, and this is how I am, so. People think I'm drinking even when I'm not, so. I'm just crazy.
Yeah, she's just smoking pot.
Me? I don't smoke pot.
It took you like a whole 2 seconds to process. I made a joke about pot.
No.
I don't either. I did when I was a kid, but I don't either. I haven't in years.
Nothing wrong with it. I don't think there's anything wrong with it, but I don't even smoke in my house. I'm not sitting here smoking a joint, that's for sure.
Well, they don't sell it recreationally. They don't sell it in my county. My county chose not to do it, which was stupid because there's a college here in our county, and our county could be so rich off of college kids.
I don't think it's legal in New Hampshire either. I don't really need to worry. Like, I don't really know the laws. Like, it's decriminalized, but it's still not legal, I think is how it is in New Hampshire. Like,
well, federally.
Can you picture if I smoked pot all the time? You see how
when
I am like...
I smoked pot, I cleaned the shit out of my house all the time. I didn't sit around and zone out and play video games. I cleaned my house.
I'd be laughing and sleeping. That's what I would do. All the time. Just laugh and sleep. Laugh and sleep. Laugh
Makes
and sleep.
me clean. Makes me very productive, actually.
We should just call the show whatever the fuck we want to talk about.
I thought that was our show.
We had to give it an actual title, but that's pretty much
We can change the title to
people.
Let's just shoot the shit.
Yeah. Shooting the shit with Shay and Psychic Gen B.
Psychic Gen. Oh, so hey everyone, please, if you're still tuned in, I know we're wrapping up here, but please check out.
Still listening.
Check out my my YouTube channel. If you just search Psychic Gen B, it's Jen with 1 N, the way God intended, and the way the syllables are broke down, Jen should not have 2 N's. It's 1 N, JENNIFER. 3 syllables.
What?
3 syllables. So yeah, Psychic Gen B, and that's how it is on everything. My Instagram, Facebook. Yep, I am considering how many Jennifers there are. Hence why I have been called Jennifer B or Gen B my whole life. I didn't have to copy somebody.
She thinks the B stands for her last name.
It does stand for my last name, and Phenoponopoly. You guys should have seen Jay's face right now because I did the double, the Ross and Monica thing with the hands. Monopoly. I watch. Wait, I could be a Friends trivia champ. I'm just saying.
Yeah, I'm pretty close. Except my
now
memory's
Luna's
going.
back. Now Luna's back.
Luna, you missed all the pot smoking and
yeah. We were
spiders, yuck. Yes, Jen's channel. I make jokes, but Jen's channel is very great. It really is.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I appreciate you showing me the love, sister. And you guys can email me if you want a private appointment. psychicgenb@gmail.com.
Jen with one N, as God intended.
As
B
God
as in bitch. I mean,
as in Bowie Wubbo.
you can tell we're really friends, or else I wouldn't be able to get away with saying that.
If you didn't call me that, I'd worry about our friendship. Yes, Mallory, please check out my YouTube. I was doing cusper videos, but I didn't get any of them done because I had a doctor's appointment and then my youngest son got sick. So they got blown to hell. But hopefully I will have time to pick them up.
I don't even understand what the fuck a cusper is. So,
well, if you have your astrology chart done, an astrologist will tell you that there's no such thing as a cusper, but people who call themselves cuspers truly believe in cusper energy. But so, for instance, if you're born, I think it's the 17th through the 23rd. I don't have it. I have it all written down because there's no way in hell I'd remember all this. Right, like, so right now. So,
yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, because it's the 23rd on for Scorpio, right?
Right, so the November, I think it's 17th through the 20th.
So it's like on the cusp of the next one.
Might be the 19th. No, the 19th through the 24th. No, wait, no.
No, it's the
We're
23rd.
in October. October 19th through the 25th. October 19th through the 25th is considered the Libra Scorpio cusp.
Oh, you're going cusp. Okay. Yeah.
It's actually called the cusp of criticism. I didn't write it. It's in a book. Okay. I got a book because I'm not an astrologer. But so people born between those dates will tell you that they feel both Libra, like they connect with Libra and they connect with Scorpio. However, so today we're going to, guess what, Luna, you're getting thrown under the bus because today's your birthday. So her birthday is today, the 21st. That means she falls in the cusp of Libra Scorpio.
Matt's birthday is a Wednesday.
But
Thursday.
Now, and she's a very critical person she likes to examine things, not critical like she's a horrible person and, criticizes people. She doesn't do that. She's a very supportive individual and loving person. But she's critical in her thinking. Yeah. She is critical in what she's willing to say she believes in.
Yeah, I relate to her a lot on that. Yeah.
Yeah. So she, she has that way of thinking. Now, I don't know what her chart is. And like, I even have, because people ask me, how do you know? Well, I made a video. It's on my webpage or on my YouTube page. It's, under the playlist, how to go get your free chart. So again, I don't know her chart. This is just an example. She may actually be a Libra sun sign and a Scorpio moon sign, because the moon sign is wherever the moon happens to be right now. So say a baby is born right now, they are going to be a Libra. Yeah, they would be a Libra Pisces, because right now the moon's in Pisces. So Libra, your sun sign that's your predominant personality. Your moon sign is basically how you react to things. And then your rising sign, so whatever. Yeah. Oh, it's so, there's 12 houses and it gets complicated.
I like one house, never mind 12.
Well, then your rising sign is how other people perceive you or perceive how you are. Like that's the first vibe you give off until people get to know you, and then they really get to know, whatever. So say her rising sign was, I'll say Capricorn because mine's Capricorn.
She said, yep, that's correct for me. Libra sun, Scorpion moon. Scorpio moon.
Yeah. So I mean, for her to say she's a cusper, yeah, she's born that day, but an astrologist will just say, no, you're not a cusper. You're a Libra sun and a Scorpio moon. And so that's why she feels both energies, you know? So somebody who identifies as a cusper may have never had their chart done, and they might find out they might not have a Scorpio moon, but they may have a lot of Scorpio predominant in their chart. Like how I was telling you earlier, so I talk about this all the time. I'm a Pisces sun. My sun's in my 3rd house, but my 1st and 2nd house also have Pisces. So I have 3 houses out of 12 with Pisces. So I'm surrounded with that Piscean energy. I know, it's complicated. This is why I got an astrologer.
I'm like, my head's literally spinning. I'm like, what?
Yeah, it's so this is why I'm not an astrologer, because you can spend hours and hours and hours on. I just know I'm a Gemini chart. And I'm a bitch. That sums me up. No, Geminis are not bitches. I am. Just aren't afraid to say what's on their mind. They never want to hurt anybody's feelings. They just say what's on their mind. And it's not ever to be vindictive or hurtful. They're just very forthright and honest. Politely forthright, though. Yeah. But if I knew your chart, so, I mean, we could do a whole nother show on this. I don't even want to keep talking about it because we could do a whole nother show on this. I literally spent 3 hours one day. Because this was a while back. I mean, this was a while back. Like, I got called off work. And so I literally spent 3 hours one day just looking at my Mercury and what my Mercury meant and the house that it's in, and like all of that. Like it's a very lengthy study. So I don't do charts. I don't read charts. Yeah, I can see why. It's too hard. Yeah, it's too much. And that's why I will tell people, if you reach out to a psychic, confusing as my family tree. Yeah. And I tell people, if you reach out to a psychic medium and they ask you for your birthday before they'll give you a reading, they're looking up your chart. I've heard you say that, yes. And I've also heard you say, do not give me your birthday. Yeah, that's why I'm like you. It's data, not evidence. I remember that one reading. It's data, not evidence. It's me. Yeah. Don't tell me your birthday. You're on speaking of your YouTube channel, you did a love reading. And all of a sudden you start laughing because you were on Gemini. And you're like, oh my God, I tried to block people out. I know, but I know who this is for. And I was dying. Yeah. I will literally, before I do readings for people who I know their sign, I will tell my guides to block that person's energy so that I'm not getting it. Because I'm doing a general reading. If I wanted to read just the one person, I would contact that person and say, hey, let's read you. Or they would contact me more and say, hey, read me. It's like, I'm not going to read somebody's energy without their permission, on purpose anyways. Sorry, guys. It happens all the time anyway. I'm sorry. Yes, I know. It's horrible. Guys, just be like me. Send out false energy. Yeah, and I would know that too. It's a whole thing, You have to constantly putting up blocking people all the time so I don't feel their energy. Yeah. Poor me. No, I get what you mean. So How does a psychic medium read an empath? How do you know if it's that person's actual feelings or if it's somebody else's feelings they're feeling? Oh, that could be a whole show itself. Well, anytime I feel any energy. So I did a reading recently for somebody. The day that this person, I'm going to be very careful. The day this person contacted me by email, I felt like I had the flu. I was achy all over. That happened for a couple days. And day 2, I woke up and I was like, okay, no, something isn't right here. And so before I even got out of bed, I was like, I meditated. Is this my energy or is this somebody else's energy? And I realized it was the person who I had spoke to on email. And by noon that day, I had got it completely cut off. But because I didn't catch it in time, it took me a while to filter it out. The day of her reading, I was being so careful too, of this person's reading, I started feeling like shit again. And I was just like, I knew where it was coming from. Once I sat down and on video chat with the person and started reading them, everything completely dissipated. And it was because her reading was highly important. Damn it, I said her. The reading was very highly important, and that's why the energy wouldn't leave me alone. But if you don't stop and meditate on it, it's kind of, you're not going to tell the difference. You have to stop and say, okay, is this my energy? Is this somebody else's energy? Brittany's very good at it. She's an Aries, so she's very good at saying, no, cut this shit out. This isn't my energy. I've had enough. So I envy that in her.
I will get her on my show one of these days.
Yeah, she's really good at empath, understanding.
I'm waiting until she feels a little better, and then I'm going to ask her. But my show's way in advance, so I get a... Hey! Wow.
You're in trouble.
Wow, hold on here.
The doggy wants to come on. Sorry, guys, I didn't mean to wax on.
I didn't even know she could bark. Actually, I'm just kidding. I did know she could bark, but she's usually really good. Did I unplug anything?
Yeah, and then Luna says she has Libra and Scorpio, like 50-50 in all her houses. And see, this all explains it. Yeah, doggies. This all explains, that's why, I mean, honestly, I just recommend everybody gets their chart done. And that's why you can't just go off a general energy reading. If you want a true reading, you need to contact a psychic / medium or just a psychic you feel a connection with through the videos. There are thousands of them on YouTube. Find one that you connect with and reach out to them and get a reading. If you like them, continue to read with them. I don't like my clients to come back more than 4 weeks. I prefer 6. Because I have no intention on telling people how to live their lives. So I won't read them faster. Okay, Shay's back, so I get to stop talking. Woohoo! What's up with the dog?
All I did was reach over and she wanted to come in the room. The door was shut.
Oh, you mean mommy.
Yeah. Yeah. All I did was reach over. I was back right away. You just didn't see me.
I was looking down at chat. Yeah, it was a cute bark if it's once. If she barked over and over, I'd be like, dog,
No, she doesn't. Like, I've been doing this over a year and a half now, I think.
Mm-hmm.
A year and a half. And this is probably the second time she's ever barked on air. She's a very good dog. She doesn't bark much. I saw Jill say earlier, she said, I'm a fish, and I drink like a fish, and I laughed out loud till I realized she said, I'm a fish, not drink like a fish.
So she's a Pisces, and Mallory's a Taurus. See, my moon sign is Taurus. So that's why I could just go on. It's like a huge pet peeve of mine is people telling me their signs. The only time when I read somebody, if I ask you your sign, it's because whatever I have to tell you, I need to know how to tell it to you, because how you deliver information to a Cancer and how you deliver information to a Scorpio is 2 different ways, even though they're both water signs.
Yeah. I have no idea what a water sign is, but I lived with the Scorpio for 10 years.
That's a water sign.
That's like, yeah.
Yeah, it's a water. So
Actually, I can't even say that. I swear to God, Matt's a nice person. I pick on him on air, but he's a good person. Sorry.
See, now that I know his sign, I could tell you a bunch of shit about him just by his sign. So again,
I made it clear not to tell you until now, though.
Yeah, don't give anybody your sign or your birthday if they're going to read you. It's bullshit. But that's just my opinion. That's just my opinion. All right. Well, are we going to wrap this up? It's already 6:26. Yes. Oh, and we forgot the date. Here. Original air date, October 21st, 2018, in the good old US of A. For anybody who listens that isn't on Spreaker, but join us on Spreaker.com, Spreaker, if you're Shay, or...
If I say Spreaker, she always corrects me because of how I say the R's.
Spreaker?
I'm a pirate.
Park
my car in the garage. At least I can say Massachusetts, bitch.
Shut up.
I can't say my last name, but I can say Massachusetts.
Massachusetts.
Yeah. We'll practice off air.
Massachusetts.
Massachusetts. Ready? Massachusetts. Massachusetts.
Chooses.
Chuck. Like Chuck.
I can't say it. I don't know what's wrong with my mouth.
As in Chuck. Chuckus.
Chuckus. Massachusetts.
Yeah, that's better.
Massachusetts. Now the cat wants in.
Thanks,
all right.
Jill. Thank you. You want to do call out? I want to do shout outs and then we'll.
I feel like I talked an awful lot. You do shout outs.
Just for the people that are participating in chat. We know we have other listeners not in chat, but want to give shout outs to the people in chat. We have Jill. We have Mallory. We have Miss Luna. Happy birthday again, Luna.
Happy birthday.
We have, hold on, I gotta go down. We have Wolf. Hey, Wolf. I can only go so far. We have Matt. Happy birthday to Matt and to my sister Nicole, who share a birthday. I think it's Thursday. It's the 25th, but I'm pretty sure it's Thursday. So happy birthday to both of them. Although he's much older than my sister, because he's much older than me, and she's 10 years younger than me. So, but happy birthday to both of them. Kim, of course. I'm trying to scroll here. It's hard to scroll and Who am I forgetting?
And everyone who isn't in chat, thank you for tuning in. Oh, Chuck.
Hey, Chuck. We must be in the same spot. Of course, we can't forget Chuck and Matt.
Everyone who will be listening later.
Aaron.
We want to thank you as well for showing us love. Be sure to click that heart and show us some more love.
I can't scroll any further, so hopefully I don't get anybody.
We're going to have to get someone who knows a lot about astrology on.
Yes.
I could probably bullshit my way through an hour of astrology, and I probably
did an hour and a half worth.
Well, I feel like I know more about astrology than I think I know, or that I'm brave enough to say I know. But I'd rather have somebody who's a professional astrologist.
Yeah, you don't want to. You're like me. You don't want to throw it out there if you're not sure.
It's a lot. I mean, unless we did like your chart, then we could go over. If we wanted to do somebody's chart or whatever, we could definitely do that.
Yes, I'm saying.
Let's do Matt's chart.
Jen, can you throw out your email again?
PsychicGenB@gmail.com. And that's Jen with one N, as God intended.
Thank you, Jill. Yes, PsychicGenB@gmail.
Gmail.
Thanks, Kim. Everybody's saying great show. I really hope everybody enjoyed it. And if I missed anybody, I am sorry. But my Spreaker hates me, and that's not working, and I can only scroll so far on my phone, so.
Oh, before you click off, you guys, I'm going to be on a pre-recorded show. I'm pre-recording it next week. I'm not really sure when it's going to be out. But it is, hold on, Dark Fringe Radio. I don't know if you guys have heard of them. They pre-record their shows.
You'll have to share it on the page for everybody. Paranormal Buzz Radio on Facebook. You share it out there so everybody can come listen.
And where do they find us on Instagram?
Paranormal Buzz Radio.
And where do they find us on the Twitter of the Twat?
Twitter is Paranormal Buzz Radio at Buzz _paranormal.
Buzz_paranormal.
I got everything Paranormal Buzz Radio, but Twitter is the Buzz_paranormal.
All right, well, hit it, Sam.
Thank you guys. Good night, and I will see you Friday, and Jen and I will see you next Sunday.
The views and opinions expressed in this podcast by the host and or the guest do not necessarily reflect the views of the host and or Paranormal Buzz Radio and or its sponsors. Use of any material produced by Paranormal Buzz Radio without express written consent is prohibited. Paranormal Buzz Radio will not be held responsible for you holding your knees, crying, and rocking in a corner in a puddle of your own urine, or being beheaded by a group of children in a cornfield. In fact, if you come across a group of children in a cornfield, we promise to make fun of you as you run away screaming in terror. Listener discretion is advised.